Hello, hello, hello. My name is Shawn Ziem. I am the host for the Webtalk Legends Podcast. And this is our first episode for 2022. We are going to provide value consistently. We're going to have you sit back, relax, and enjoy, and actually learn some things from the guests that we bring on this podcast. We're going to have a variety of topics and genres. So please, if you have a cup of coffee, if you have some whatever you drink, protein drink, water, if you got a beer, it depends on what time you're watching. This is going to be an awesome conversation. And I want you to, if you want to take some notes, you might some massive value here across the board. So let me bring on my guest, Daniel Todd. How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good, pretty good. Cold. Loving the winter.
Oh, man, it definitely is cold. Where are you located?
I'm in Southwest Michigan. So that's in the United States for anybody who's not in the area. And where I live at actually is surrounded by really big lakes, and we get what's called lake effect weather. So the weather, it comes out the water. It's a little colder. It's a little more moist, so more precipitation. So, and actually, it's not been too bad this year. We didn't have cold weather until January.
What about like the snow? Do you guys get a lot of snow up until now, or you just been cold?
Actually, we've got a couple, maybe a foot or so outside right now, but that all dropped over one weekend. So until after Christmas, I think it was after New Year's even, it all just hit. Up to that point, it was pretty warm. It was really nice. We were actually complaining. It's winter, man. It's supposed to be cold.
Oh, it's cold now. It's pretty crazy. And no, I appreciate you taking some time out today. And we are friends on Webtalk. We are using that platform because we found that it's very, very beneficial to many people. And this is how we use social media to connect and grow our community, our brand. And big thing that you're involved in is music, right, Daniel?
Yes. My artist name is The White Trash Connection. And so, that's why I actually picked that name. First, I'm from a small town. And, there are some people who could go under that category, but I thought it was funny, the name. It's just funny. So when people hear it, they usually laugh, and that helps them remember.
Now, that's a huge point right there. It's having that memory of your name. Yeah. That's a key thing to have that come back.
Figure out a way to tie an emotion into something, and people are more likely to remember that because we remember when things affected us.
So you must love like Justin Bieber kind of music, I'm sure, right?
Nah. Actually, I like Weird Al and those guys. There's another one I like. His name's Stephen Lynch. He's a little more dirty. His songs aren't good for work or anything. I wouldn't recommend, but they're funny. But is my main genre of music that I listen to the most is rock. Late 90s, 2000 era. I'm about that old. So, Linkin Park, Shinedown. Shinedown's actually my favorite band. If you haven't heard them, go check them out.
And are you now producing or just writing music? Or are you playing? What are some things you're doing?
So actually my process, I produce my own. I buy the beat. Sometimes I make a beat, but normally I'll buy the beat from somebody. I'll write a song to it, depending on whatever the beat makes me feel like. And if it ends up being a finished, complete song, I have a home studio that I just pull up out of the drawer and set my mic up, and I'll record that. Not very good at the mixing and producing, but I'm learning.
Hey, you're trying, right? You got to start somewhere. You can't just say I couldn't do it, or I don't have any money. Anything can be done out there if you just put your mind to it. So, yeah.
Exactly.
And buying beats, where would someone go about doing that?
So the most popular way is to go on YouTube, and you search for what kind of beat you want. So for me, like I like rock music, so I would be like rock type beat, and then with the search, hundreds of videos will come up. You can listen to them. There are links in there. Another great place is called beatstars.com. And yeah, you can search by genre in there and it'll come up. And the average price, like cheapest price on Beats, is $20 for a basic license, and they can range anywhere from $20 to a couple $100. But that would be an exclusive license.
Mm,
Exclusive meaning that they can't sell that again, and that is your song.
that's good to know. That's very, for those that
Yes,
are watching, that's a huge value so that you know it's not going anywhere else except for you.
right.
Now, with music, have you always been involved with music? Or you something you picked up as you got older?
It was I more got into making it when I got
Mm,
older, but I've always loved singing. I was like that backseat or the steering wheel singer. Um, try to match who's on the radio. So I had no formal training. Um, yeah, I just tried to match who's on the radio. Kind of taught myself how to sing. But then I became a dad, so I spent like 20 years working, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. Well, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna make my music my career. Is what I decided. It was a long time after I figured out that like factories and employers, they don't care about you, and you're never gonna get to where you want to be in life just working for those guys. So I didn't see the point in keeping doing that, build my own career.
So, for those that are watching, Daniel brought up a why he does certain things. You have a
Yep.
son. Do you have just how many? Do you just have one or
I
a
have a
couple?
son and a daughter and a wife.
So those are your whys of why you
They
get up
are.
every single day.
They are. And let me tell you guys, your why needs to be powerful. It needs to be strong. Okay, so when I think about my why, it can make me cry. Like literally, there will be tears because it's that strong. So what I'm saying is figure a way to put that why to emotion, like we said earlier. When that emotion's strong, that's what pushes it forward when you have that reaction.
Because I always say I'm a girl dad. I have all
Mm-hmm.
girls. I got a 15, I have a 3, and I have a 1.
Ooh, I feel for you.
Oh.
I got family like that.
So I know I need to be on my game, and I want to make sure they're always watching what we do. We are
Exactly.
mentors for our kids, and I want to make sure that I feel bad for their future husbands or wives, whatever direction they go, but they're going to have something to emulate or want to have as far as a significant other, because I treat my wife to the highest that I can possibly do. And that's an important thing. And they see
It
that
is.
fire in what we do every day. So they see why dad is doing the music and finding the beats that will come with the song that he's going to sing to put on a track. That is powerful.
Yeah, and actually, I have teenagers, um, 13 or 14 and 16, and like you said, they do emulate because my son is exactly like me. My daughter, she's actually at the age she has a boyfriend, and the kid that she picked is a lot like me. So, be that example for your children, especially.
And with the music, I like this topic because it hasn't been something I've been involved with for a while. And honestly, be honest and be transparent. I'm a jock. I've been all my life into sports,
Oh yeah.
and my wife is into the band. She was on the marching band in high school. So when I first started dating her, she was in the community band, and I went backstage, back behind the stage to see where the band guys and girls go, and I'm like, this is weird. I've never done this before, and it was an interesting thing to watch and how important in sports we have cadences, you have plays, you have things you gotta. It's all about team, but it's the same
Hmm.
thing with music and band and all of that. So that's an important. It teaches you discipline, right?
Yep. Yep. And then that's actually one reason I'm a solo artist because, like you mentioned, it's about team. Um, I started out in bands, doing cover bands, and it was really hard to just keep everybody together and on the same page. The teamwork isn't there. Everybody has their own lives. It wasn't nothing bad or anything, but it's just that hard. So I ended up being solo, which is also difficult because I don't have a team. Um, so at this point, I'm actually building a team. I got a club that I came across and a few other people off TikTok, which
Mm.
TikTok's actually big for music. And and so I actually that will be my team when I get into that club and start meeting people who are all interested in the same thing as me.
Now you are, if we talk about a band, you would be the singer.
Right.
So you would
Yep.
be looking for someone that plays the guitar, maybe the drums. Is that
Yep.
any other instruments that would be involved in your band?
It's if I actually had a band, we would definitely have the basics, guitar, bass, drums, keyboard. Keyboard is a great instrument because keyboard can be any instrument almost. You know what I mean? Like you just said it. Hey, play violin,
Mm.
play banjo, play. I personally want to get myself a MIDI keyboard, which is one which goes with your recording softwares. And, it's a small little keyboard, but it's made for that reason, so that you can use other instruments, even though you don't know how to play them.
That's the way around it, guys. That's a little.
Right,
That's,
right.
that's a hack.
You can make a violin using that MIDI keyboard, even drum beats, whatever, everything.
Now, do you have a favorite instrument? Are you good at one particular instrument?
Sadly, I'm not an instrument at all. No instruments. I
Strictly
can't even
voice.
play the piano. Right. So if I did get this MIDI keyboard, I have to learn how to play it. So, um, and it's weird because my dad could pick up any instrument, even spoons, and he'd play. And I don't know, he just never taught anybody.
He kept it to himself.
He did, yes.
And now, if you are older, I'm older, I'm 45, right? So
Yeah.
when I learn new things, I'm either reading books or looking at podcasts or going on videos on YouTube. How are you going to teach yourself how to play that MIDI keyboard?
It would be a lot of the same thing. The YouTube videos. I do have lots of books for learning music. I like audiobooks as well. Audiobooks are great because we all have busy lives, but so it's hard sometimes to just find the time to sit down and read a book. So I got the audiobooks of most books that I have physical copies for. Um, so I listen to the audiobook while I'm at my day job doing my thing, and then I come home and I can reference the physical book.
Mm.
But I would go through YouTube. The club that I was talking about joining, it's called the Billboard 500 Club, and they actually would have other musicians, so I would find somebody in there probably who already knows those things and could show me some ropes there.
In general, do you read for personal development, or are you into reading just to grow, or for your business?
Um, I used to read nonfictions or sorry, fictions all the time. It was just an escape from reality kind of thing. And now that I'm older, in the last 5-10 years, maybe not 10 years, but about 5 years, I've it's been personal development, and then business books as well. I started with Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I have a great one from Napoleon Hill is How to
Mm.
Own Your Own Mind. I got a couple Tony Robbins books, and I just keep adding to my collection. Um, the personal development, it's crazy because you go on and you become an entrepreneur or whatever you're gonna do, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna learn how to make money. So you get the books, you start reading them, and at first you don't realize you're gonna learn how to change yourself.
Yep.
And that's really what it is. You'll learn how to focus. You learn how to think about certain things, how to let which emotions go, learn how to control all that. And it really just becomes a whole journey of personal development rather than learning how to build a business.
Those that are watching, we started off talking about music and a
Mm-hmm.
solo artist, and now we are talking about personal development. People say, All I have to do is just I'm going to be practicing my music. I'm just going to practicing the way I sing. No, there's other things you are doing to make yourself a better you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to Web Talk Legends, because it's important that you're going to continue watching some phenomenal content from awesome guests. Now, I really enjoy personal development because, yeah, there's going to be days that we're going to be down, things are not going right. And
Hmm.
you have to have a strategy. You have to have a way to get out of that funk. And that's
Yeah.
important. And people don't do that. And then we have some have to deal with mental health. That's a huge issue with people
Right.
today. But
Right.
going back to those two things, getting music involved, man, it changes the whole mood for people whenever
Mm.
things are going wrong for them, right?
Right. And that's actually one thing I think that gravitates me towards music. Um, it can totally influence your emotion, obviously, but it could change it. You having a bad day? There's got to be a song that you can put on that will take that bad day away and change it.
Mm.
Personally, this is a great example for me. If I'm having, like a bad day, things are going wrong, maybe got in an argument with the wife, kids are being asses, whatever it is, or if I'm just whatever, System of a Down, the rock band, I could put them on and sing along, and there's so much energy in those songs that by the time I'm one or two songs in, my whole emotions at that time have switched. It's gone from being angry, being I'm tired of this day, to hey, let's just have some fun,
Hmm.
and that's way music can influence us.
I believe too. I love music and I love country music, and uh, which might go a little different than your genre, but country music I found, and I'm upset because we had 94.7 on the radio. It's gone now. They went to
Oh,
the online version, but a lot of country music is crossing genres, going into rock, going
yeah,
into hip hop, and and it allows you to escape a situation and fire you up. Some music I put on for when I work out because it gets you to different levels.
yep,
Maybe you don't want to work out today. I put the music on, boom. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I need to make it happen. So it's something that will trigger. We all have triggers in our minds, and that's what will allow that to come out. Maybe some of the song, the message that comes across will get you
right.
fired up and get you into the right direction. That's what we need in this world.
And life's all about energies, and music is energy. So and it's crazy too, because like you mentioned the changing the genre. So I listen to Jelly Roll, and if you don't know Jelly Roll, go check him out. He's really great. He's kind of a country hip
Hmm.
hop, okay, but also he does a little bit of rock. So, but he has a way of singing his songs. So Jelly Roll is actually a reformed drug dealer. He did. I don't know. I'm not sure if he did prison time or anything, but he used to sell drugs, and now he did all that bad things he did that come along with selling drugs. Now he's changed his life. He's reformed. He's grown his music, and when you listen to his songs, you can actually almost put yourself in that position that he used to be in, although you've never been there. So it
That's
feels like
powerful.
right, and it feels like when he comes on singing a song, it feels like you were that person. So it can actually sometimes bring tears to your eyes, or and that's the power of music right there. It's the same with storytelling. We can put
Yes.
ourselves in that position.
It's
And-
all life things that happen to singers. That's what happens when you're
right.
writing about. It's a life, you know, mishap or a win. It could be anything
Yep.
that. That's why they're singing about that, and that's why it triggers and gets people, encouraged, or they're influenced because of what has happened in their life.
Right. And that's what makes people connect with you, is they connected with that through that emotion. Now, personally, I do a lot of rock music. I also do a lot of country music, a lot of hip hop. I actually like to fuse the three genres in the same way that Jelly Roll does, or another one is called Brian Upchurch. He does the same thing. Um, when I first started doing it, I thought about my thinking was kind of like how Kid Rock does, country rock, rap. If I
Yep.
cover all three genres, that's three times as many people who are likely to hear my music and like it. And I see we got a comment from Paul Flannery. Paul Flannery is another musician I know. We've been friends for quite some time. He's a great rock musician. He's got music on Spotify and all the other platforms. So you guys give him a look. He's growing right along with me.
That's awesome to put people out there. And what's up? What's going on, Paul? Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in and watching us. How do they find your music, Daniel? Do you have a YouTube channel that everyone can take a look?
I have a YouTube channel. It's called The White Trash Connection, spelled just like that. Um, Anywhere else, it's spelled differently. I wanted to be unique with it, so I put white trash as one word, and it's spelled WYTTRASH. So you can search that. You'll find it on any platform, I think, except Napster, because they're a little difficult. Yeah, I'm on Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. My social medias are all on. All those are all the same.
It's good to know. And Paul, if you want to drop your information in the comments, please drop it in the comments. We'd love to help you as well. Let's flip it now. We talked about music. Let's talk about like network and affiliate marketing. What are some, pluses and minuses that you've found in that field?
The biggest minus, we're going to talk about the negative first. The biggest negative is as soon as you get into network marketing and start meeting people, you're also going to meet scammers. And not only scammers, you're going to meet spammers. And they're going to kind of turn you off to the whole thing because you're like, all I'm getting is scammers, all I'm getting is spammers. But the biggest plus is you're going to meet real, genuine people. Scott Gerard, if you know Webtalk, you know who Scott is. I met Scott through network marketing, and we've been friends. I think it's going on 3 years now. So many other people. Marlon Johnson, he's another one. He's a web talker. Shawn, we met through network marketing.
Yep.
So that's one of the biggest bonuses. It's not about the money. Money is just a bonus that comes when you learn how to not focus on it, I think.
Right. Exactly.
It's the relationships. With network marketing, you're going to build relationships and you meet people you didn't expect to meet. So, I've met musicians through network marketing. I've met marketers. I've met artists. And that's the biggest thing. And you'll make connections with people all around the world. And that's one thing with the Webtalk Legends. We're all around the world. So we have members in India, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, United States. I'm not sure we have any Canadian members yet, but they'll come.
So and that's Scott's watching right now. What's up, Scott?
Yes. Hey.
He's on here watching. That's the power. And there's a negative I've found too. A lot of people, well, in general, let's put it out there. Network marketing or affiliate marketing, it's the same like any other business.
Yep.
It has a bad rap. People say, oh, you're a network marketer or you're a multi-level marketer. Oh, that's a bad rap. But if you think about it, every single business out there, you want to have, if you're the CEO, you're going to have people under you and they're going to have other people. So everything's built the same way. It's just treated differently. Oh, you're this. You're a salesperson, not a network, multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing. That's the bad rap that's out there. And I agree with you. Meeting more people is the important thing in building relationships.
It opens up more doors. And like you mentioned there too, because everything's shaped in a pyramid, So you're in network marketing, you're in MLM, you send somebody some information, they're like, well, that's a pyramid. And then my thought, which we could spend days explaining this to everybody, but my thought on it is your job is a pyramid. Because just like you said, you got the guy on the top, he pays a couple managers, and then they pay a couple assistant managers, and then they're paying some employees. So it grows that way, and the guy on top makes the most money. Um, so everything is a pyramid. Whether like you said, it's treated different.
You know
It's
why it's treated differently? Because it's in person. These people have to actually drive to an office,
yep,
sit at a desk, do their job, do their work. If you're online, multi-level marketing, network affiliate marketing, that's a bad rap because wait, you can work in your pajamas and make six figures, but that's something's wrong there. People say you're not working, you're not an entrepreneur is not understood properly in school. You're not brought up, you're not taught about it. You're
right,
taught about being a doctor, being a lawyer, not a musician. Oh, you're gonna that what's your backup plan is usually what comes up when someone's bringing up something with an entrepreneur mindset.
right. Hey, you think the Wright brothers had a backup plan when they were inventing the airplane?
Right.
Yeah, I get told all the time I should change my name because it's White Trash Connection. People are gonna look down on that, and I'm like, you know what? Do you know how many times Henry Ford was told to change the design of the Model T? How many times he was told to change his invention? And today, there are thousands of vehicles in every country all around the world. Most families in the United States have two cars at least. Um, so to me, and it's that determination. So I'm like, I won't change my name because just because you don't like it doesn't mean some of the 8 billion people on this planet ain't gonna like it.
And like I told you before, you're buying brain cells. That's why I'm an insurance producer, broker, what have you. I changed my name to the insurance doctor, and people are like, "Oh!" And I conduct second opinion insurance reviews. People are like, "That's catchy." No shit. That's why I did it because people remember that for when they need something down the road.
Yeah, exactly, and that's great too. I see Paul with that. Um, his kids like helping with his music. He's got a great team. I know he tells me as his daughter manages some of his social media. She's doing a great job. So if find help wherever you can get it. And especially if you get your family involved, and there is ways, then now that's the best team you can have, I think. So yeah, great. That's awesome for you, Paul.
Thank you for sharing, Paul. That's fantastic. There is it goes down to mindset. If you're an entrepreneur, you do not have a paycheck coming in every single day. When you wake up, you have no money coming in. That's the
Nope.
mindset. Now, how the hell are you going to make that money? That's where you got to make sure you consistently do. If you are a procrastinator, you waste a lot of time on things, you overthink things, you're not going to make money. So you have to be focused on money making activities for your
Yep.
business, no matter what it is. If it's music, if it's anything that you're an entrepreneur, you're selling, you got to make sure every single day you find money making activities that you're going to take it to the next level.
Yep. Money producing activity. Great book. Let me think of it. Brian Carruthers, Building an Empire. He goes all through that, and money producing activity. There's a couple other books I can't think of the names of them right now. I want to think Compound Effect maybe,
That's a good one.
or it might have been Homeless to Billionaire. He talks about that, um, and it's all that like breaking it down in the Compound Effect. I believe it's the Compound Effect. He breaks it down to you know track how much time you spend doing everything, and then you will actually see how much time you spend producing money. Which we feel like all day long, the 8 hours we spend doing our work, we're busting our asses trying to make some money, but probably 80% of that time is could be cut away.
It's using your time wisely. That's a
Yes.
huge thing. A lot of people waste a lot of time. Now, I want to end on this. And I want to, if you can think about, you do a lot of video. You do
Mhm.
video for your music. You do video for, I've seen it, sharing for affiliate and network marketing type of videos you do. What are some, if you can come up with like 3 tips for those watching to get better at their video game? That's something I think would be very, very beneficial for those that are out there because video is the way to go. And if you're just using images, you can go one way with your business. You
Yep.
want to scale, video is the key.
Because video connects. When they see an actual person, they connect. One of the biggest issues I always see with people, they're like, well, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I want to do this, I want to do a TikTok, I want to make videos, but I don't have a good camera. And usually you're walking around with a perfectly good camera in your pocket. I was the cheapest phones I think have an 8 megapixel cameras,
Yep.
And that's fine. When I first started doing video, I would get off my job at lunchtime, go outside next to the building, record a video on my phone, go back inside. My job was so simple, I got to play on my phone a lot. Maybe you don't have that, but still, this is YouTube Creator Studio app. I would download that. I'd upload the video, go through all that, put the tags, everything, using just my phone. So, number one thing I'd say is stop making excuses. Number two thing is just get started. Because that's where it is. Most people, they're making an excuse and they won't start. Or they're like, I'm going to start next week. Or I'm going to start next month. I'm going to figure out a way to start doing this later. Number three, just learn as you go. You get started, don't make excuses, and learn as you go. I didn't know anything when I started this. I didn't know how to, edit a video. I didn't know how to add sound effects. I didn't know how to add music. I learned that all as I went. I met people through network marketing who showed me how to do it. And that's just it.
This was a phenomenal conversation. We learned a lot. And if you're just tuning in now, you're going to have to wait until it uploads and just hit the replay button. If you watched and loved it, drop a couple comments. Don't forget to hit that subscription button on this Webtalk Legends page. Hit that notification bell. Look out for new and consistent content with other guests as well. We learned a lot from Daniel today. I learned a lot from you, man. This is fantastic. And I definitely appreciate taking some time out of your day. And this is how we connect, everyone. We meet people. We don't have to be face-to-face anymore. I never thought about this when I was in high school, being able to have a connection. You're in Michigan, I'm in New Jersey, and we're able to have an awesome conversation and teach people as we're going.
So you're actually a little older than me. I'm 37. In high school, did you even have the AOL yet?
It barely was there. Like, it was actually after high school it came on with that great, wonderful noise.
Oh, goodness. But I wish I could download an app. Somebody, if anybody's watching and you know how to make an app that I could download on my kid's phone where they have to listen to that before they can access Google. And charge I'll pay $1 or $5 for that just to annoy my kids.
We're going to end on that because that's a phenomenal thing. If you guys have it, reach out to us, friend request us. We're on Webtalk. We would love to get to know you. If you're interested in being a guest, please reach out to me. I appreciate Daniel taking some time out again, and I hope you learned something, everyone. And share this video. We're always looking to help more and more people. So, Daniel,
thanks for having
have an
me.
Awesome day. Everyone else, have an awesome day. We'll see you soon.
Yep. Hey, have a good one.